If you are visiting Philippines and looking to really dig into the cuisine, this list would lead you to fantastic Filipino meals. The traditional cooking technique combined with rich flavors and various ingredients, these foods are simply delicious. Adobo. It's certainly the most popular Filipino food and the unofficial national dish of the Philippines. It's an ubiquitous dish in every Filipino household. Adobo is made by stewing meat, usually chicken, pork, or a combination of both, in soy sauce and vinegar, adding black peppercorns and bay leaves for that special flavor. Though it's an authentic Filipino delicacy, adobo gets its name from colonizer Spain, which means marinade or sauce. Lechon. Usually served during grand gatherings like weddings or birthdays or fiesta, this Filipino dish is one of the top contenders among the best Filipino dishes. The entire pig is spit roasted over coals, with a perfectly crisp, golden brown skin served with liver sauce. Before roasting, lechon is normally stuffed with a variety of spices such as tamarind, lemongrass, onions, garlic, and chives, to name a few. Sisig. Best served sizzling on a hot stone plate, sisig is a favorite pulutan because of how flavorful it is. Portions of a pig's head, such as its ears, cheeks, and jowls, are customarily chopped, boiled, and then sautéed or grilled or fried before being dressed with chicken liver, calamansi, chili peppers, onions, salt, vinegar, and pepper. Some recipes use either mayonnaise or raw egg, to be mixed in while hot, to give it a creamier texture, but the classic way is to incorporate pig's brain into the dish. Sinigang. If you are searching for something that might warm you up, sinigang is one of the best. A delicious sour broth usually made tangy by tamarind, sometimes camellias. It's filled with different vegetables like water spinach, kangkong, okra, radish, taro, eggplant, and string beans and a meat of choice. Popular variants include sinigang na baboy, pork, sinigang na hipon, shrimp, and sinigang na isda, fish. Kare-kare. A hearty stew dish, kare-kare is a famous local dish that contains a rich savory peanut sauce. It customarily consists of oxtail, but other meatier cuts of meat, beef, tripe, pork can also be added in. Banana blossom, eggplants and string beans add more interesting textures to it and is incomplete without a serving of bagoong or fermented seafood paste on the side. Crispy pata. Crispy pata is a famous Filipino pork dish made from pork leg, or pork hock or knuckles, and boiled then deep fried to perfection. The result is crunchy skin and moist tender meat. Serve with a soy vinegar dipping sauce on the side with some chopped up garlic and chili, and you're on the road to your next favorite guilty pleasure. Bulalo. The perfect company for a cool, rainy day in the Philippines is a nice hot bowl of bulalo. This dish is usually a light-colored soup prepared by cooking beef shanks and bone marrows until the collagen and fat have melted into the broth. This traditional Filipino food is popular in the southern Luzon region of the country. Lechon kawali. Since it is not always easy to find a space to charcoal roast an entire pig, here is another way to enjoy the guilt-inducing goodness of lechon, the lechon kawali. Similar to crispy pata, the pork belly is boiled first with some spice mixture, then air-dried with salt rub, and then fried in a wok until crispy when the skin turns into a crackling texture. Best enjoyed with lechon gravy or spiced vinegar. Fried lumpia. There is no truer heartbreak than going to a Filipino party and finding out there's no lumpia. This dish is expected at every Pinoy gatherings. Lumpia, or lumpiang Shanghai, is inspired by Chinese egg rolls and is essentially a deep-fried spring roll. Hasa deep-fried rolls are filled with minced meat and vegetables and served with a sweet and sour dipping sauce. Caldereta. Caldereta is a Filipino beef stew made extra rich and tasty by tomato sauce and liver paste. Goat meat, chicken or pork can also be used in place of beef and mixed in vegetables including tomatoes, olives, potatoes, hot peppers, and bell peppers. Its name comes from the Spanish word caldera, which means cauldron. Chicken inasal. This traditional Filipino food is not your typical grilled chicken. Its flavorful taste is a mix of special marinade of vinegar, calamansi, ginger, and lemongrass. The chicken is then grilled over the fire using annatto oil. It owes its appetizing golden brown color to annatto oil, which is also poured over the plain rice it is served with. Some restaurants in the Philippines even serve this with unlimited garlic rice. Pancit guisado. Pancit or noodles is one of the more popular Filipino dishes among foreigners with Pinoy friends, and pancit guisado is perhaps the most well-known variant. This noodle dish is served as a symbol for long life, hence an essential at birthday feasts. The sautéed noodles are complemented by sliced vegetables and meat, and calamansi is squeezed over upon serving. Pork barbecue. A merienda favorite in the Philippines is Pinoy pork barbecue. While the skewered sweet meat goes well with plain rice during meals, another way to enjoy it is during the afternoon while conveniently walking down the street over to the vendors grilling the barbecue roadside. It is composed of thinly sliced pork pieces that are marinated in a special mixture of seasonings and spices. In the Philippines, it is normally grilled over with charcoal and dipped in a tall jar of spicy vinegar before eating. Dinuguan. This black dish of pork and pig innards, seasoned with vinegar, may not look very appetizing but is a comforting dish for May Filipinos. It is often eaten with puto, a slightly sweet steamed rice cake, which complements its savory taste. Inihaw na limpo. Inihaw na limpo or grilled pork belly is juicy cuts of perhaps the tastiest part of the pig. Marinated depending on your desired taste and perfectly charcoal grilled. There is no better way to enjoy it but with a generous serving of steamed or garlic rice, plus dipping sauce and eating with your hands. LAING. LAING is an awesome Filipino recipe composed of shredded dried taro leaves simmered in thick coconut milk with labuyo chili, garlic, ginger, lemongrass, shallots, and shrimp paste. This traditional Filipino dish came from the Bicol region. This vegetable side dish is typically served with boiled white rice to accompany meat or fish side dishes. Kiluan. Though most would think of this dish as an appetizer, for Filipinos it is more commonly used as a side dish during beer drinking sessions. It is a Filipino meat and vinegar-based dish consisting of boiled and or grilled meats. Onions are usually added in, as well as some chili for a more complex blend of flavors. Longanisa. Longanisa is a Filipino local sausage or chorizo. Commonly served for breakfast, this is a long pork sausage that is spiced with paprika, aniseed, vinegar, cinnamon, and garlic. There are regional varieties to longanisa, with the most popular being from Pampanga, sweeter, and vegan, more savory. It is best paired with garlic fried rice and fried egg, which is called longsalog on the menu. Palabok. This dish makes use of thin noodles known as bihon mixed with palabok sauce. Traditionally, a palabok sauce is made with shrimp stock, some pork broth, ground pork, and brightly hued from annatto seeds. It is finished off with a variety of toppings such as slices of hard-boiled eggs, crushed chicharon or pork rinds, tinapa or smoked fish flakes, and spring onions. Bistek Tagalog. Bistek Tagalog is a Filipino beef steak made of thinly sliced sirloin braised in a mixture of citrus, soy sauce, onions, and garlic, then topped with caramelized onions. The onions are just sweet enough to cut into and balance the strong salty and acidic tastes infused into the meat. It is best enjoyed with warm rice.